Okay, I need you to buckle up for the session I'm about to share with this cat because it was a lot. And I mean, it was a lot. I connected with a cat named Mac. He was living. It's important to note this because anytime I had a conversation like this with an animal, it's always been a cat in spirit. This is the first time it was a cat that was living. So I did the session with him, all the things, like ask the questions his mom wanted me to ask, and then she didn't have any more. So he said, "So what now? Should I tell you the secrets of the universe?" And I said, "Do you know the secrets of the universe?" He said, "Of course I do. I'm a cat." He said, "The secrets of the universe, there are many. One that you know, time isn't real. It isn't linear. It is not from one place to another. It is all now. Everything is now, which you just don't understand. And that's okay. It's hard to understand as a human. Humans think they're the smartest animal, but they are actually quite stupid. They know things here, yes, but they know nothing about what is important and what matters." I said, "Like what?" He said, "The essence of everything, time as a machine." I said, "What do you mean time as a machine?" He said, "It's just a machine. All life is. It is like the matrix. The matrix is the closest you've come to understand the concept of being in body and being unplugged. When you are unplugged, you are in spirit. You are not hooked into the matrix, as in being in body. This life now, everything, it's a setup. It was built, created for you, for everyone to have experiences. It is not real because what is real is your true form, your soul. This is just a playground. All of life is a playground, and you do with it what you will. It seems to fall in the hands of humans to create or destroy how you see fit. Animals, lower beings, are along for the ride. You've created and destroyed this playground many times. This is not the first Earth, the first universe, the first set of planets. There have been many. I said, "Okay, I feel like I need to get Neil Degrasse Tyson on the phone right now because, like, he needs to be, like, looped in here. Like, we need to three-way call him. Like, I need him here." So he said, "Can you?" And I said, "No, I'm just a regular tiny little human amongst all the other tiny little humans that exist here." He said, "This life, this whole thing, this whole planet, this whole universe has been created thousands of times, millions." Yes, millions. Because in my head, I was like, millions. And he was like, "Yes, millions." He said, "You choose to do with it what you will. It is created, then ultimately destroyed, then created again. You don't have to worry about the sun burning out in a billion years from now because a new sun will come." I said, "Who am I talking to right now?" He said, "Me, my essence. I am a cat, remember? Cats know all, even the dumb ones, the stupid ones. We all know. We just don't discuss it with you because it's pointless. What will you do with this information? Nothing. The question of whether you even believe it is a concept you need to consider. Everyone in spirit knows all of this. They know the land of the living is a playground where beautiful and terrible things happen. The most beautiful, wondrous things and the most horrible, cruel things happen there. It is a product of what has been created. Of course, there are divine measures at hand too, but you all create and destroy. You will destroy the earth. You have many times. It will just be created again, over and over again." And so then I'm like, "Okay, but then, like, why do bad things happen?" He said, "You let them, all of you, consciously and unconsciously. A person who murders, what led them to it? The trajectory of their life. When did they fall through the cracks and why? What series of events led them up to that moment, and how many ways could it have been prevented if humans actually cared about each other, which they don't? You see yourselves, your children, your parents as more important than anyone else, any other life. Until you see everyone as equal, until you love everyone the same, there will always be bad people. There will always be bad things. You do not care about each other. You ignore homeless people you pass. It is something you cannot be bothered with. That person, that human, is the exact same as you. Only a different series of events led them to where they are now. Until you see this person as your brother, as your sister, until you love everyone the same, nothing will improve and things will only get worse." And I was like, "Listen, I have to go because I, allotted enough time for the session, and we went over, but like I actually had to leave for something. And so I was like, I have to go, but I would love to continue this like conversation at another time." He said, "I cannot help you. Only you can help yourselves." And then he had a couple messages like for his mom, and then we ended. But it was so crazy to me. The fact that he described it like the Matrix, like how that's the closest that we can understand what it really is. Um, I I do not even know what I believe, really. Like, I don't have a set core of, like, this is my religion, this is what I believe, this is what's right. Nothing like that. So I don't know what is true and what is not. Like, this is just what this cat told me. And it was so crazy. And I sent the session, and his mom's like, they were like shook, and they were like, we will pay you to like continue the conversation with him, and I'm sure people watching this will want me to like do a podcast with him. But it was really crazy, and it was really cool, and I would have kept talking to him if I had had the time. So just a couple things. If you're watching this video, you're super confused, watch my first pin video. I explain like all about what I'm doing, how this works, all this stuff. I still don't fully understand it myself, but all of the questions that you will have probably are answered in my pin video. I really wanted to share about this one because it was really crazy, and I will tell you that like the whole session was a normal session. We were talking about his food and what he likes and how he feels about his mom and, all this stuff. And then at the end, when she didn't have another question, it turned into this whole, like, I don't know what. So if Neil Degrasse Tyson sees this, I would love to speak with him. I would love his input if he somehow gets a hold of this video. Sometimes I wish I had him sitting next to me so I could like go through this stuff with him, but it was really cool. I loved it. I wanted to share about it. So yeah.